Drivin Ivan here. I'm going to walk you through the Broad Arrow auction cars that are going to be for sale this whole weekend. I'll be showing you everything here at the Amelia, formerly known as the Amelia Island Concours. So smash that like button and subscribe. And every single car here. Tomorrow's the Cars and Coffee. This afternoon is a Wayne Carini event. I'll take you to that. And Sunday is the big Concours d'Elegance featuring a Ferrari 250. Bugattis, just an amazing car show. And the stuff for sale here is amazing too. Let's go. I'm going to show you every car that's for sale, both inside and outside. Starting with this street version of the Ford GT40. 40 inches off the ground. That's what they wanted. They got bids from 3 different car companies. I have one of them. The Lotus Europa was actually a bid for Ford. They did not select it, so they decided to build it. One of the first mid-engined cars for sale to the general public. Here is the later, like the 2015-ish, or that's the Ford GT. This is a Carroll Shelby, actual Shelby Cobra, signed by Carroll Shelby. I had the privilege of meeting Carroll Shelby, getting his autograph. This is a 66 427. Auction estimate, 3 to 3.75 million, signed by Carroll Shelby. And I had the privilege of interviewing Pete Brock in front of the Cobra Daytona when it was put into the historic vehicle registry. Lots of McLarens here. This is the Senna. Of course, Ayrton Senna, we all know him. These are roof Porsches. Alois Roof, modifying Porsches since back in the day. His Yellowbird was the record setter, 217 miles an hour. Fastest production car at the time. So these are actually roof automobiles. They're not Porsche 911s. Amazing, very sought after, very collectible. Let's see what they think these are going to go for, shall we? 950 to 1.1 million. So there you go for that one. More or less on this one? I say less. I'm wrong. 1.2 to 1.4. I should have remembered this tartan interior. I'd already seen it. Really cool. Whale tail. More of the classic Porsche looks. This is a 959 that has been modified and upgraded and just made a little bit more slick. So this one is going to get all the money too. Very expensive. Beautiful brown mocha interior with a dark green exterior. They moved the gas tank over here. On these 911s, the gas tank would be here. And on the water-cooled 996s and beyond, they're over here, actually. But that's what I like about the 911 base vehicles. They're the same from 65 until now. They keep all of it very, very intact, no matter what they do to them. $3.25 to $3.75 million for this one. Beautiful Delahaye here. There's another Delahaye outside. I'm going to show you those cars that are outside. Beautiful Lancias out there. Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. Lamborghini 63. Basically an anniversary edition car. And look at this, Lexus LFA. A Kia Toyota. Big car enthusiast. He had this one commissioned, very exclusive, and really a great car. Look at this one, Isada Fraschini. Am I sneezing? I don't know. I think I'm saying it right, hopefully. Look how big this car is. You can't imagine unless you're standing here. It's huge. Right-hand drive, and super, super exquisitely luxurious for the day. Along with this Mercedes-Benz. Absolutely amazing. Love that GT40. So, yes, Carroll Shelby. Do watch that video with Pete Brock. It's a really cool interview. He talks about designing it. And he was not getting good feedback originally. Porsche, I don't know, it's an RSK Roadster, kind of based on the 550, I believe, at the time. Do they have an estimate on this? I think they do. Let's see. It will be getting, they think, $3.5 to $4.5 million. I don't doubt it. Gorgeous. Just look at all the stuff in here. Man, Beautiful. Hennessy, right here. It's a Venom. American supercar here. Very nice. Saw these guys at the Cars on 5th in Naples, where I show you every car at that car show. Check it out. Search Drivin Ivan in any car, like I said. 356 Speedster. Had the privilege of reviewing a 356 as well. This one a 993. And just a beauty. Look at the whale tail and everything. Turbo 3.6. And then here, wow. Just wow. Look at the interior color. It's kind of a blue-gray. Hard to tell. But this one would be a 964. It's a 993. Let's find out. 964, I think. No, it's a, yeah. Well, it's right at the cusp. 95 is when they changed over from the 964 to the 993. Last of the air-cooleds. It's got upgraded headlights. Very cool, kind of blue-purple paint job. Wow. Very cool. 911 Turbo Cabriolet. McLaren Speedtail here. They're all ready to take your bids at Broad Arrow. It's ready to go. Auction's going to start in a few hours. It'll be interesting to see what they start with.
Wow.
One of the great supercars that you can bring 2 of your friends in. Blue and black interior. Man, this is certainly a car that I think would be great. Nice to bring along 2 of your friends instead of just one. This one, I don't know. It's kind of an Carini type of car. I'm not sure about it. But it says Fine Aero. And down here, God, it's tough to read. Carrozzeria Ghia, Torino. So it's in Turin, Italy, made by Touring, who built, I have an Alfa Romeo GTC convertible, which is a clone of the Touring convertibles that they built of the GTV in 66 and 67. And then they went out of business. So this is before then. Let me see, this one, I really should let you see the interior more. And I should let you see this car because it's a Dodge Fire Aero 4. And basically it's a Dodge styled by Ghia in Italy. So cool. $1.5 to $2 million. You'll never see another one. I mean, I love these exclusive cars. Just so cool. Ferrari 365 GTB, also known as the Daytona. That's where these Daytona seats came from. You can still order these as an option in modern Ferraris, 73 in this case. And yeah, they had a clone of this one on Miami Vice. And then Ferrari said, hey, this show's pretty popular. So they actually gave them a real Ferrari, a Testarossa, to drive on the show because they had a clone, kind of like Ferris Bueller. This is the BMW 507. I just reviewed the BMW Z8, which this is based on. This is from the late 50s. Elvis Presley had not one but 2 of these. Why did he have 2? Well, they gave Elvis a manual car. He was not good at driving manual. He didn't like to drive manual. So he traded it on an automatic. So they found that car, they're restoring it, so it should be appearing many places. Look at this beautiful, beautiful SL with a hard top. 914-6 racing, Monte Carlo rally car. Wow. These are beasts. You know, these are quicker than 911s on the track, surprisingly. Probably because they're a bit lighter and mid-engine, which makes them more balanced. Of course, Porsche has been solving the dilemma of mid-engine ever since they started building cars. But they've got all the flaws engineered out now. Even in cars like these, they were good. But just interesting. I've always been a big fan of the 911, although I did recently buy a 914. I have a 928, I have a 914, 2 911s, one air-cooled and one water-cooled. You can see my Porsche collection. Or if you want to know what Drivin Ivan drives, just search, what does Drivin Ivan drive? And you'll find it. But yeah, so there you go. Absolutely beautiful. Hennessy here. Lamborghini Special Anniversary Edition. And then the Bugatti Pure Sport here. What a beast. 230, 250 mile an hour car. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Let's look at this. Bugatti in the olden days, basically 1929. And then Bugatti from just a few years ago here. You can see
they carry on. If you want to see Bugatti in the early 90s, watch my We Are Curated video. Search Drivin Ivan We Are Curated. And there's an EB110 and a Vector in that video, plus very special rare prototype Lamborghini, amongst other amazing cars. This one is a stunner. Oh my God. The 2 spare tires on the back. That's how it was back then. You know, the roads weren't like they were today. Cars weren't as reliable as they are today. So just a different world, really. And wow, let's take a look at this one from the side if we can. It's just really an amazing looking car. Absolutely a stunner. And you just don't see one of these every day for sure. Absolutely not. Very cool. The belle of the ball. So there you go, BMW 507. Man, there's everything in here. And now I'm going to take you outside and show you everything. You'll be amazed. Don't worry, Drivin Ivan is like the postal service. All the car videos must get through. You must see these cars. Lancia Delta Integrale. I have one of these. Mine's an 88. This is an 89, 16 valve. Mine's an 8 valve. So I'm kind of curious. They say it's going to go for 35 to 45, and I say it's going to go for more. It's going to go for more than 45, I'll tell you that. E-Type Jag. Another Ferrari Daytona here. I have a great video on this, the XJ220. Just search Drivin Ivan XJ220. You'll see the whole history of this car. Hopefully I'll have a driving review of it coming up soon. We shall see. Working on that as we speak. But the Lancia Delta Integrale and this Lancia 037 rally car with sort of the same side view mirrors as my Lancia Beta Spider, the Zagato back in the day. So funny that you can see interesting parts from all these cars. But Lancia 037 rally car, one of the legends. And this looks like a street version of it. Very, very cool. Kind of a suede interior. Oh man, look at this. Just a stunner. Yes, 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 I absolutely want one of these. But hey, I'm happy to have this one. You know, mine is not rally prepped. I thought about putting a Martini livery on it, but I have a Martini livery on my Fiat 126. That's a cool looking car. It looks fast, but it's not. $500,000 to $600,000 for this. They were just selling in the 4s, so they're going up. Ford GT, and then another earlier Ford GT, both in the Golf livery. So that's pretty cool. I have my Porsche 914 I want to paint in Golf livery. Maserati Indy, kind of a wedge-shaped classic Maserati here. And this sort of Lynx D-type racing prepped Jaguar. Watch my review of a clone of the Superlight version of this. What a great car to drive it. I also drove the convertible. What a beautiful car. It's really cool to see these two together though. The Ford GT and the older one from 2005 as well. So you don't really see them together too much. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this one from 2019. So, but to see two of these together, just don't see that a lot. Very cool. Looky there. This one, wow. Porsche's Ferrari Dino. I'll stop here though. The Pegasus here, wow. This is kind of the mic drop of cars. You're never going to see another one of these. Pegaso. And look at it. You'll never have to see another one. They estimated at $750 to $900. It's a 1954 Pegaso Z102 Salchik Berlinetta. There you go. At the Broad Arrow auction here. What a beauty. Oh my God. Art Deco styling. Here is an Alfa Romeo. That's right. Alfa Romeo Coupe Berlinetta from back in the day. What a stunner. I love Alfa. I've had two of them. I currently have one. The Alfa 164L 5-speed, which you can see my driving review of, or my Alfa GTV GTC clone. Super Leggera. This one's super light. But, wow. Wow, wow, wow. 1952 Alfa Romeo 1900C Touring Sprint, by the way, if you're curious. The classic gull wing right here, Fiat Jolie. There's a whole bunch of those out front in my live video. Check that out, the Louis Vuitton version. I'm kind of a fan. Porsches, everywhere Porsches. I'll take you back. We'll finish up over here with that Dino. I'll tell you the whole story on the Dino. They're getting quite popular. But GT2 RS, 993 Turbo, GT3, GT4 RS, a lot of more modern 911s here for sale, the Turbo S, Chevy, Sportster, Woody, Ford pickup truck, Toyota pickup truck, Porsche, Porsche tractor, Lamborghini made tractors, Porsche made tractors. Of course, Lamborghini was a tractor manufacturer. Look at this 911 Targa. And these tops fold up into thirds, just like on my 82 Targa. This one's earlier. 911S. And then you had the 911T here. You had the TE and S. Guess which one was the fastest to 30 miles an hour? The 911T was the fastest to 30 miles an hour, believe it or not. The more entry-level one. Porsche just released the 911T recently as a performance model. But the S was a performance model back then. The E was quicker to 100. And then this one took over after 100. This was quicker. Watch my full driving review of a beautiful Chrystal Blue 1971 911E elsewhere on YouTube. Just search Drivin Ivan. Or my review of the 356. These are great looking cars too. A lot of people prefer these. I prefer my 911 SC Targa, actually. I think that's the sweet spot of the air-cooled Porsches. Yeah, I did just do an outlaw review of a 993, and it was amazing, honestly. It really is a great car. But for the money, I think that the 911 SCs are the bargain. 53 Volkswagen Beetle Zweiter, and they're estimating 40 to 50,000 offered without reserve. But the cool thing about these, pre-57, they had round windows. And this one not only has a round window, but think 63 Corvette, it has a split window too. So this is really rare. It's a rare Beetle. And this is a rare NASCAR driven by Donnie Allison. And here's the beauty of the Ritz-Carlton Concours here. Again, follow me, smash that like button, subscribe. I'll be showing you videos of all the events here at Amelia. This one, a true Inkster, Michigan. This one, a true NASCAR. Look at that, just old school NASCAR. How cool is that? I wonder how much this is gonna get. It's kind of interesting to me. I mean, what is the value on a raced by Donnie Allison NASCAR? 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 NASCAR. They expect it will get 100 to 125,000. I mean, that's got to be a bargain. I mean, it's a race car with pedigree. I mean, if it was European, it would be millions of dollars. Morgan, supercharged, super rare. Bianchini. It's actually Bianchina, which means little white. That Fiat right there. I think it's a Fiat-based Auto Bianchi. The correct Italian pronunciation is Bianchi. But this is very cool. Supercharged Morgan. They still build them this way. They have the Aero 8, which is a more modern version, but they still build them that way. Look at that Lancia Aurelia. I'll get to that in a second. But Morgan +4, supercharged. So it's a 4-cylinder. They had the +8, which is an 8-cylinder. This one, Audi R8. Didn't mean to neglect this Volkswagen camper. I show you the ID Buzz as well. That's on my live channel. Volkswagen's new kind of camper. But yeah, Bianchina, little white special. That's what it's called. Audi R8, Bentley Azure, and Rolls Royce here. Beautiful car. Look at the brown interior. It's a brownish red interior, I'd say. Really nice. Black there. Smells, I mean, you can just smell the leather. They must have just polished it. 70 to 90,000. And this is the Lancia Aurelia. They had a Spider version, the B24 Spider. Oh, B20, actually. But they have a convertible version, which is probably prettier, but still, I love Lancias. I've always owned a Lancia. Currently have my Delta Integrale, as I said. Used to have a Beta Spider Zagato. I have reviews of that on YouTube. Also the Lancia Thesis and lots of Lancia cars. I do a series of car videos of cars not available when I was traveling through Europe this summer. Also tell you how to import a car from Europe. But this is classic, beautiful. Blue and gray interior. Doesn't get much nicer than this. Wow. All these classic Mercedes lined up one by one. V12 Cadillac. And wow. It's a doozy. It's a Duesenberg. That's where that phrase came from. Of course, famously, Jay Leno collects these. I suspect he's probably here this weekend. But we will find out over the next couple days who's here. Basically, everybody who's in the automotive world is here. Imperial convertible with a really, really cool interior. See that? You see the shape of that dash? It's so cool. Isn't that awesome? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite car? This is the Crown. Imperial Special. Beautiful. Beautiful from the back, too. Look at this Lincoln Continental. Absolutely gorgeously stunning, I think. So cool, the interior and exterior colors they chose. You know, Bentley does the same sort of thing these days, and I like it. I like the interesting bright blue colors. All my cars are blue if I get to pick it. But this is gorgeous. Another gorgeous blue car that's attracting a lot of attention for good reason. It's just absolutely gorgeous. From the Principality of Monaco. I traveled around Monaco. I show you the Prince Rainier, his private automotive collection, which is a museum there. I'll be posting more videos on Prince Rainier's collection. I also have a video of the spot where Grace Kelly unfortunately drove off the road in Monaco. But this is a Sunbeam Talbot Alpine. And it's rare, it's wonderful, it's swoopy, and it's cool. There you go. Wow. Sometimes you just have to like sit and take in the cars. Bentley, or this, you know, in this angle, Lancia, Aurelia. Wow. Just take it in. Yellow and green. Very pretty. Okay. Taking you over here to the Volkswagen Thing in blue. You don't see them in blue very much. What do they think this is going to get? A perfect Volkswagen Thing. 20 to 25, offered without reserve. Geez, I think someone was selling one for a lot less than that recently that I saw at a car show. So yeah, you can buy a classic and make some money on it. You really can. And I think that's what some people are going to try to do here. Although, you know, there are a lot of expensive cars here for sure. Ford, Chrysler Town and Country. This is where your Woodies came from. Convertible, of course. Look at that. Beautiful. Tartan interior on this one. Wow. Stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And oh, this one's green. Looking good. Wow. It's a Lincoln. These cars were huge, stately, owned by the wealthy, and up for sale today to the highest bidder. Interesting. Let's see the contrast of this one. 1929 Chrysler Model 75 Hayes dual cowl. Dual cowl. Here's the other one. Got the trunk. Yeah, that's the trunk. They're actually called trunks. That's why they're called trunks, because they were kind of put in the back of cars. Ferrari 365 GTC 4. Ferrari F430. The one blue. I'll take you out there and show you those. Don't worry. But for now, we can see this beauty and the Delahaye here. Ooh. There's a Delahaye inside. Here's this Delahaye here, looking great. Art Deco styling, and just gorgeous, really. Absolutely incredible. Corvette, Cadillac. What else we got here? Don't want you to miss anything. Chrysler. Oh, man. So cool to see these old cars just gleaming and looking great, ready to change hands. This Continental, what a color. Wow, what a beautiful color.
53.
53. Did you know that, or did you have to look?
No, I knew that.
Yeah,
I
I figured.
was talking to my friend back there. This is like the convertible that was driven by Dustin Hoffman in the movie The Rain Man.
Okay.
But this is a more elegant design.
Uh-huh.
And this is,
It's an Oldsmobile, right? Buick?
no,
Buick?
it was,
Buick.
It was a Buick Roadmaster.
Buick Roadmaster. That's right. Of course, I'm an excellent driver.
Yes.
Of course, I'm an excellent driver. Of course, I'm an excellent driver. That car was yellow, of course. It's nice because, like, you know, I walk by the cars from the 70s,
Yes.
80s, and 90s. I know what they are, and I'm sure you're the same way.
Yes.
Do you have any memories of people driving these or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I was telling him, he's my attorney. We were in the tent at the Sebring 12-hour Grand Prix, about 5 hours drive from here. When they introduced the Continental Mark II, 1956 or 57, they had 3 or 4 of these
Nice
at
gentleman.
in the tent where they presented them, and they were serving champagne. Of course, we were too young at the time to appreciate or be given any of those.
Right.
But this car, Lincoln lost $5,000 on every one they sold. And not to be outdone, Cadillac, when they brought out the Cadillac Eldorado.
The Brougham.
Brougham,
Yeah, Brougham, yeah.
they lost $10,000 on every one they
Kind
sold.
of like the Alante, you know? That's a more modern equivalent of that. They
Yeah.
did the same sort of thing, sending them back and forth between Italy. Well, thank you for sharing your car
They
memories,
had,
sir.
They would advertise these by putting a silver dollar on the hood, and it would start it up, and it would stay perfectly balanced.
Nice. Kind of like on the Lexus LS400 where they put the champagne on it.
Oh.
In the 90s, they did that too.
Well-
On the engine, they put champagne glasses. What's your first name, sir?
I'm Charlie Delmar.
Charlie, I'm Drivin Ivan, and I'm doing a video right now,
Drivin'
sir, and
Ivan.
you're in it. Check me out on YouTube, Drivin Ivan, and you'll see it.
Your phone has the most matches this car.
Drivin Ivan? Yeah, it does. Drivin Ivan, showing you every car here and reviewing all the cars. I hope you'll watch, sir. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's my second interview of the day.
I know.
You're famous, sir.
Yeah.
And now you've had Drivin Ivan interview you, so you could sleep well tonight.
Is this a podcast? Or?
No, I'm gonna post this video later. I already did my live video. I show every car. I'm showing every car at the Broad Arrow auction right now. But thanks for being in it, sir. I love to hear the stories because that's what it's all about. Cars and the stories of the people who own them. And this gentleman here, you know, when you talk to a gentleman like this, he remembers these cars. He can tell you things that you don't know about these cars. He's going to give me his card. I got his card.
And they're all the truth, mostly.
Charlie, he's a teacher, writer, and a publisher. I'll tell you that. I won't tell you anything else, though.
Okay.
There you go. Nice to meet you, Charlie. Thank you so much. I hope you'll watch and subscribe to Drivin Ivan. Ford Thunderbird, Chevy Corvette, early Corvette, 66. It says Route 66. It's not a 66. It's much earlier. But it is a 58. There you go. Again, just taking in all these cars here. It's just so wonderful to see. Cars from all eras. And that's what the auctions do. I walked you through last year too. Mercedes 190 convertible. That was actually the cheaper version of the 300 SL, believe it or not, but still very sought after. And just a really nice looking black and white is really good in these. Stunner. I toured the Mercedes museum, so search Drivin Ivan and Mercedes. See my museum tour. They had an amazing museum in Germany, I'll tell you. And they welcome classic cars on the weekend. You get free parking up front. If you drive your classic to Mercedes, you get, I think, free admission, and you can park your car there for free. Oh, this is a 300 SL Roadster. It's not a 190, I'm sorry. But yeah, it looked too nice to be a 190, honestly. Sometimes I just talk and I don't even, you know, sometimes I get it wrong. It's rare, but you know, Stutz is a cool car. They made Bearcat, and yes, it's tough to be live walking around and remember every mark on every car. But yeah, that's kind of an obvious. That's a 300 SL. There's one inside too, but the 190 was the entry level. And wow, what a stunner! Purple. Wonder if that's an original color. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Is it actually purple inside? Let's see. Oh, God. Why not? Let's see it. Perhaps this gentleman's looking at it to bid on it. Well, that's all good. But it is a purple interior. Look at that. Mulliner and Company. Giswick, London. The modern Rolls-Royce SUV is called the Mulliner, actually. So there you go. A lot of history in Mulliner. They're a coach builder. But yeah, the modern SUV is called the Mulliner, dating back to that company and kind of a tribute to them and their association with them. There you go, Stutz and this beautiful brown Mercedes with a tannish brown interior. So pretty. I love it. Sometimes the color just drags you to a car. Delahaye, again, Art Deco teardrop design of this, absolutely gorgeous. Another Delahaye inside, another Delahaye here. And just a beauty. What do they think this one's going to get? 650 to 850. So that's a pretty broad range. Man, is it pretty. Man, man, man. Look at that. All right, here's the 190 SL. Maybe I was looking at that and that made me think of it. This is not quite aqua blue. My Mercedes SL is aqua blue. And there's a serious production going on over there. I used to be into TV production and have to carry all this gear around. That's why I just shoot things simply these days. But I like to think it looks just as good as anybody else's footage out there because I've been doing this a long time. I'm a TV professional. I hope you enjoy the videos. Watch my edited driving reviews like the Z8 I just did. You'll see they're very, very well produced and edited. This, of course, is run and gun sort of media, so that's what I'm doing here. But this is a 1970 Mercedes, I think 280 SC convertible. What a beautiful car. 3.5 cabriolet. Stunning. These were great cars. And you notice, even back then in the 70s, Mercedes had a thing for safety. They had the padded steering wheel and that sort of thing. So really nice engineered cars here. And a beauty from 1970. Okay, picking up back up outside with this Porsche 917. What do we got here? Richard Mille International, Val and LaRousse, Martini and Rossi. Livery, very, very cool. I don't see a tag on it like it's going to the auction. I guess it is, though. Sunbeam Tigers were basically just like the Shelbys, big V8 engines, British car. Really, really cool, actually. Like that Lotus hat. All right. Drivin Ivan's a big fan of Lotus. Got a couple of those, Spree Turbo and a Europa. And the Europa was actually a bid to build the GT40, but Ford rejected it, so Lotus just built it. And that's why you have the Lotus Europa, one of the first road-going mid-engine cars ever. This looks to be a racing GT40. Martini and Rossi, very, very cool. Corvettes, what else we got out here? Lincoln Continental, but I'll walk you down the line here. Beautiful 1963 split window Corvette. This is the one, you saw the split window Beetle out there. This is a 1 year only where the engineers got into a fight about the beauty and the actual usability of a dual pane window. And well, the artists, the designers won for 1 year, and then they went back to the original, just the single window. So these are very rare, very collectible. And this one is going to get 200 to 250,000. Split window coupe 327, 340 in white and red, classic Corvette colors, how they originally introduced them. And that's what this one is too, with a little silver on it. Very, very cool. My latest video, my latest car review is of this car. It's a BMW Z8. And here we have the Z8. This will be a manual transmission. And then here is the Alpina version, the Z8 Alpina, which is an automatic, has more torque. Watch my video, I'll tell you all about it. Also watch my Alpina B7 review. I bought the cheapest Alpina B7. Search Drivin Ivan in any car and you will see it. All of them came with a hard top. And yeah, I really love these. That's the only place on the car back there where it says Z8. Otherwise you can't identify it. You saw the BMW 507 inside that this is based on. So these are built from 98 to 2003. Love, love, love them. Ferrari attempted a 4-seater, 365 GTC4. That's what this one is, 1972. Same year as the Daytona, basically a 4-seat Daytona is what you're looking at here. Walked you around that one. Ferrari F430 in a beautiful blue with kind of the Daytona seats on it too. Very nice. Great looking car here. And this Jaguar E-Type. I have a full driving review of that one too. Look at this Bentley, what a beast. Wow. Great looking car. The Volvo P1800. Doesn't get much better than this. They built a shooting brake wagon version, the ES, but I really like that one, but this one's very cool too. Volvo, beautiful fins out back. Just a really nicely designed car. This is a racing version of the Ferrari Stradale there, 765 LT. And as promised, I'm taking you here to the Dino, Ferrari Dino. Now I say Ferrari Dino, but you're looking at it and you don't see a Ferrari badge. There's no Ferrari badge on this car. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. It should say Dino, a 6-cylinder Ferrari 246. They also made a 2-liter 6-cylinder, the 206. But this is a 246 Berlinetta, and they had a Targa version, but yeah, they weren't selling, believe it or not. And so Ferrari put Ferrari badges on some of them so they would sell. But now they're super sought after, and you'll see that this one has a $600,000 to $750,000 price tag. I do remember when these were selling for $25,000, $35,000, believe it or not. So, you know, they were about as desirable as an old used in bad condition 308 at the time. But they've caught on. People love them now because it does have the classic Ferrari H-gate shifter and the classic handling of the GT cars that you expect. And it's a very early mid-engine car too. He's popping the engine actually. I think he's walking somebody through this who's interested in bidding on it. It's lot 137. So it'll probably go sometime tomorrow. But let's go ahead and see the engine. There you go. That famous Dino 6-cylinder engine.
Where are you now?
There we go. We'll let him carry out his business, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's working with a bidder, showing them the car. But there you go. So my favorite Lancias over there. Lots of people crowded around them. Lancia 037 rally car and the Lancia Delta Integrale. Again, if you want to know what it's like to drive this car, search Drivin Ivan, Lancia Delta Integrale, or any other car I've been talking about, and you'll see it. I have an 8-valve, the first version of that. These were made from 1988 to 1992. They won the World Rally every single year. Lancia did not even enter a car the last year, but they still won the World Rally Championship because a privateer entered the car. Before that, we had the Lancia 037 rally car, and again, that Maserati Indy, some of my favorites of the show. I will wrap things up here. Smash that like button and subscribe. We're going to go over to the Pegaso to wrap this up, the Alfa Romeo in the background. Thank you so much for watching. Search any car in Drivin Ivan. This is the Broad Arrow auction. All these cars are going to be going across the line. And so there you have it. Search any car in Drivin Ivan. Watch my how to import a car from Europe. Watch my tours of all of the museums in Europe. Auto World in Brussels, Belgium, the Mercedes factory, the Porsche factory, the Lamborghini factory, the Pagani factory, and the Ferrari factory. Watch all those videos. Watch to see what I imported from Europe. Watch to see what I drove on the Nürburgring. And watch that Z8 video I just posted. Great review. as well as the Aston Martin Lagonda I just reviewed. Do search any car in Drivin Ivan. If you want to know what I drive, check that out. What does Drivin Ivan drive? My Free Your Mind music video has a lot of my car collection. It's an original song I wrote. My COVID project, basically. I put all my instruments in that. My Wicked Game, Chris Isaac's Wicked Game video. Documentaries, Real Reality, and Real Poker. And listen to my podcast, too. What Makes a Car Special? And car stories. Also, thanks for watching the Broad Arrow Auction Cars. I'm Drivin Ivan.